Have you ever felt that you have way more potential? What I see with most of my clients is a lack of alignment, climbing the wrong mountain. I'm Coach Alex and I've been coaching for 17 years, high achievers and founders. I've created 6 archetypes to help you figure out where are you at in this journey. My number 1 archetype is the comfortable drifter. And in most cases, when you think about it, when you think about the cheap dopamine, right? The scrolling, the video games, the porn, we're in a comfort zone whenever we reach somewhat of a, comfort money-wise, right? You're successful to the eyes of everybody else, but deep inside, you know that there's something missing. You know that there's somewhat of a hole and you're missing that life, living your best life, right? Because you're comfortable. The second archetype is the distracted explorer. You have 47 tabs open on your laptop. Other month, you're trying a new idea, a new concept, right? As an entrepreneur. You're way more of a consumer than a producer. And you like to think that you're being productive. You like to think that being busy is a good thing. But we're all lying when it comes down to focusing on one idea. Like Michelangelo with the David, with the statue. So this is the distracted explorer. And the real problem here is to be excited about possibilities, right? Excited about novelties, about maybes and what if. We see the potential on so many levels, but we don't have the right commitment, the right discipline to go deep and to face the bottleneck head first. The third archetype is the unstable builder. We all know that sometimes we get in a season of monk mode or everything feels perfect. The routine, going to the gym, the block of flow state of deep work, and we're making progress. But one day off track leads to 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month, and sometimes even more than a month, right? So we're the momentum, the progression, right? But at some point we get back to our old behaviors because potentially we went too cold turkey, too drastic with a week without gym to going 6 times a week, right? Instead of a normal progress, right? So that our iOS, our Windows is slowly shifting towards the patterns and the loops that keeps coming back. It's always the same patterns. So what we're trying to do here is to build structure so that those sprints are not sprints totally out, to build somewhat of a stability and structure in those cases is key. The fourth archetype is capable but split. In those cases, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ideas that is always in our heads, right? We have the main vehicle that is paying the bills and putting bread on the table. But when it comes down to our attention, when it comes down to focus and to go deep again, archetype. But the problem is real focus, real, not only mentally, but energy-wise and planning-wise and following through properly. And the big problem here is just the idea, the thought of abandoning one of them is linked to failure. So the mindset of failing forward by focusing on one thing at a time for a mini season of 2 weeks, 2 months, letting all those ideas or businesses on the side or on the back burner is failure. So mindset wise and obviously planning and prioritizing wise, this archetype needs not only structure, but a real focus. The fifth archetype is the emerging architect. The emerging architect has a structure, has system, the SOPs, and everything goes smoothly. But when it comes down to reaching the next level, we're facing a bottleneck, or there's somewhat of a plateau in a way, right? So it's a matter of finding, again, true alignment. When there's no fulfillment, when we're not leading with our soul, when we're not serving others, and when we're not facing the last bottlenecks to reach the next level, right? To reach our 2 or 10.0 self, depending on where you're at in your journey, often the comfort zone wins, the 1.0 wins, and all those system processes and hard work are in vain because we're not fully committing to real changes and real transformations. Our sixth and last archetype is the Purposepreneur archetype. This is the end goal in a way. And obviously, you're not on top of a mountain as a Purposepreneur. You're almost on top of it, and you look to your left, you look to your right, you smile, and you enjoy the ride with other people you're helping, your loved ones, real relationships, your wellness, you're in tip-top shape, you have time freedom. So there's so many elements that the Purposepreneur can manage, balance, and be in control of his life, living his best life. I consider myself an entrepreneur. I consider myself a Purposepreneur. I'm climbing the right mountain now. A couple of years ago, I had 5 businesses in Colombia, and I was miserable. I wanted to retire at 38 years old, and I got there. I was retired. I was totally miserable. So I really want you guys to understand that climbing the wrong mountain, looking for success as a dollar sign, will not lead to happiness, will not lead to you living your best life.